one of the points that you make in your book, The Art of Everyday Ecstasy, is that we often think, well, ecstasy must mean it's either sex or somebody is swooning with ecstasy or having an out-of-body experience or a near-death experience. But you're pointing out that there are two kinds. You can have that kind of epiphany, but you can also have a kind of a flow with life where there is just an elegance, a gracefulness about every little thing.
Yeah, and the elegance, I mean, is actually to accomplish the maximum result with the minimum of effort. In other words, that's what happens when you're in a flow. Things happen, there's a synchronicity, and you don't have to make much effort. And that's what happens when you approach every situation with a relaxed body, an open heart because you're trusting, and an open mind, which is also peaceful, which means that your internal dialogue, your internal critic is not all the time getting in your own way to tell you that you're doing things wrong, you know? And the ecstatic experience is actually amazingly easy to access. I would say that the ecstatic experience is as easily accessible as sleeping and dreaming. And nobody in this culture realizes that. We think that in order to reach ecstasy, you have to go to the Himalayas and study with a master for many years and practice ancient Eastern religions. Not at all. I say that we have been programmed to access ecstatic states from the moment that the sperm met the egg in our mother's womb. Because at that very moment of our conception, that is the moment, that was an ecstatic moment in most cases. And so we were conceived in an ecstatic moment, and then when we grew up in our mother's womb, in the moment of gestation, we were floating in the amniotic fluid, and as many, such as Stan Grof, have noticed, talking about the oceanic state that we experience there, it is a very blissful state. And then after the birth trauma, we do experience a very ecstatic life, especially for the first 4 years. Everybody knows that children are ecstatic. They're one with existence. They have no fear of the past. They're playful. They're totally welcoming of people. You know, it's very much a state that we go back to when we rediscover our ecstasy. So, you know, we are ecstatic beings. We just forget it as we grow up.